So Jason McCourty played in the NFL for 13 years. He has officially retired and now joins Good Morning Football. Kyle Brandt, Schrags is over there. Good dudes. And I don't know Jamie, the new host, but I know those guys, and I've had a beer with them before. They're good dudes. So congratulations, Jace. Let's start with this. Why retire? Why now?
Man, it was my time. Last year I played 7 games. I had a Liz Frank injury that required surgery. Got some screws in my foot, had surgery, got some screws taken out of my foot. I'll be 35 next month. Foot hurt, knee hurt, backbone hurt, all of that good stuff. So it was my time to walk away. I think for all of us that play, it's a hard decision to make. But I think the way my body felt made it more obvious that it was time to step away.
Well, you had a heck of a career, Jason, and you pivot right into broadcasting. And I've talked to your brother before, so I'm sure you'll crush it. Tua is interesting. Last year for Tua, there was the Deshaun Watson rumors. There's the Brian Flores and him weren't, Brian's pretty intense dude. And I said the one thing I liked about Tua, he went to the podium, he ate it, you know what I mean? He didn't come out snarky. He just said, I'm good. I want to win games. And I thought, you know what? He may not be the biggest guy or the best arm, but he's a grown-up. And that's a big part of this league, as you know, having played with like a Tom Brady. What are your expectations with Tua coming into this year? Are there any concerns for you? What do you like about him? Because you played there for a year with him.
I think when you start off with what I like about him is what you just said, even kill. And I think this is a guy who played at Alabama, played for national championships. The moment's never too big for him, man. You just said the flow stuff, the Deshaun Watson stuff. And you got to remember, when he first got to Miami, Ryan Fitzpatrick was there as well. Whose team is it? Is it Tua's time to take over? Is Fitzpatrick still playing good ball? So there's always been a lot of negativity surrounding. And this offseason, I've enjoyed, obviously, Tyreek Hill has been pumping them through the door, but I've enjoyed some of the positivity surrounding Tua and surrounding that Miami Dolphins team. And I'm excited for Tua. I think they brought in Connor Williams. They brought in Teron Armstead. They've shored up the offensive line. Raheem Morstead is going to start training camp active, not going to be on PUP. Chase Edmonds, they brought in guys to help Tua be successful. And that's part of the quarterback position. We saw the huge jump, even Josh Allen. He was continuing to grow, but we saw the big difference that even Stephon Diggs brought of bringing a number 1 receiver over there. Yes, we can draft these quarterbacks high, but from an organization standpoint, you have to be able to build a good team around them to really see them be able to reap the benefits and have some success out there.
Yeah, Armstead's a great left tackle, so he's going to have time to throw it. So it's weird. Patriots are like, we're not going to do an OC. We're not going to do a DC. It's different. It's Bill. But you were in those rooms. I don't worry about the defensive part. Boy, it's Josh McDaniels gone. Mac Jones is young. No offensive coordinator. Are you concerned at all for their offense?
I think whenever these type of situations come up, for me now, a member of the media, it gives us something to talk about, something to stress, something to base questions around. I think from being in the building, when there's no title, players like we title. I think it's more about the roles that coaches play within the building. So for us defensively, we had Steve Bell on Sundays. Steve was calling the calls. There might be a time we're talking to Gerard Mayo. He was the linebackers coach. You knew who the guys were on the defense. So you knew who to go have a conversation with. We had DB coaches. If I have a question in the pass game, I'm going to go Mike Pellegrino. I'm going to go ask Brian Belichick. So we had guys that we knew we had to go to ask questions, and we knew who was calling. I think for us right now, McDaniels is gone. So we're all wondering from the outside looking at, well, what the hell's going on the offense? But I think for those guys who will be there every day in training camp, was there all spring throughout the OTAs and the mini camps, have to have an idea right now of what's going on the offensive side of the ball. It's been Bill's thing his entire time he's been in the league. There's always a mystery for everybody outside the building, but within it, they all know what's going on. One thing about the New England Patriots is everybody is always moving in the same direction, chasing the same common goal.
Finally, Kyler Murray, there's an addendum to his contract that he has to go home and spend at least 4 hours on film study. Now, I've spent all day today and yesterday defending him, saying some quarterbacks, Brett Favre, did it more on instincts. Drew Brees, Brady are pre-snap monsters. They are literally in a film room. But Big Ben, Favre, Michael Vick told me he wasn't a prep animal his first several years in the league, right? Like, so part of me is like, he wins, he's good. Does it concern you at all that's in the contract?
It's concerning the fact that it's a distraction. I mean, that to me is the worst thing, because now when they show up to training camp, Kyler Murray has to answer questions about his contract. No one's going to get up there and say, hey, Kyler, man, congratulations on a great deal. You've played well these 3 years. You've earned a new contract. It's going to start off right with their, man, how much film are you watching? Why is this in the contract? And not only for Kyler, everybody on that team is going to be asked the same question. Hey, how do you feel about this with Kyler Murray? Hey, do you watch film with him outside the building? Do you know if he's studying?
Right.
The way they've ended the seasons hasn't been the way they wanted to. So for everybody, probably starting with Kyler Murray as a starting quarterback, they have to find a way to do more at the end of the season.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd, or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.